So let's welcome to the show striker with AFC Toronto, Kaylee Hunter. How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I am great, and we know you're awesome because you're scoring goals, getting things done. AFC Toronto, quite the run you're having right now. And I want to talk about your journey just a little bit here because you started off the season having to prove yourself to make it into the starting lineup. By the way, 17 years of age. How did that help you as a player, knowing that you had to fight for a role? And what did that do for your confidence?
It was kind of motivation. I mean, coming into a team being the youngest in the league, I knew that no matter where I was going, I would have to fight for a spot and prove myself. Having the mindset coming into the season like that, I think it just really motivated me to work hard every day at training, always putting my best foot forward. And then once I got out on the pitch, just kind of did what I normally do, put a goal in the back of the net. That's kind of just how it all started. I was super excited to get that goal, but then building off that in training and then the games following that, I've been doing really good so far. So just got to keep up that mentality and yeah.
What role did Coach Marco play in instilling belief in you and giving you as well that confidence to know that you belong as well, right? You don't just belong in this league, belong on the team, but belong in a starting 11 role or whatever role you play, but that you are contributing, right? How much of a role did Coach Marco even play in that?
He's been super, super helpful. One of the most influential coaches that I've had so far in my career. The biggest thing is just every day coming into the environment and improving and getting better each day. So every day I come in with that mindset, and then once I'm on the pitch, he, he's not always in my ear, but I know like when I'm in a play, I know I can hear him speaking to me saying that's good or that's bad or whatever like that. So yeah, just when I'm on the pitch, I kind of just let it flow free, but there's always that little voice in the back of my head saying the next steps.
Does he know that he's like that voice of God in your head and you're like, sometimes love it, sometimes need you to be quiet?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a joke that goes around, but yeah.
Going back a little bit, when you were younger, you've played in big moments already. I mean, yes, you're only 17 and a lot of people are being introduced to you for the very first time, but you did play in the Vancouver Whitecap system. In fact, it was even just last year in the interprovincial tournament that the Vancouver girls won that tournament, which gave you qualification into the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup. You were MVP of the interprovincial tournament. You go and play in the Champions Cup. What was that experience like?
It was amazing. I mean, we got to play against some NWSL giants like San Diego Wave and Portland Thorns. I got to play against my biggest idol, Christine Sinclair, so that was a dream come true. It sparked something in me when I got to play against those teams that this is what I want to do and that I want to pursue professional soccer. So it's something that will live with me for the rest of my life, getting to experience that. But yeah, it just sparked something in me, and I mean, here I am now. So
Did Christine take it easy? Probably not.
she scored against us in Vancouver.
Oh, that's so mean. It's the rivalry that keeps on giving. I feel like it doesn't matter what sport you're in, Toronto versus Montreal. We absolutely love it. And there's obviously a rivalry going on between Toronto and Montreal, too, in the NSL. You're two of the top teams right now. How do you approach those games? Do you feel that? Do you feel the legacy of that type of rivalry between the two cities?
Yeah, I mean, I'm new to that coming over here to the kind of east side of Canada, but as soon as I got here, I could tell that there's tension between the cities. So, I mean, every time we play them, it's always a good game. It's super competitive, it's physical, it's always super, super fun. And those are the games that I try to be a big game player and just put my best foot forward and, I don't know, do something shifty, score a goal, surprise the fans and stuff. But yeah, it's always a super good game. I mean, for me and my team, we absolutely love it. I'm sure they love it as well. So hopefully we just keep that rivalry going, and I think we play them next month again in Montreal. So looking forward to that.
Well, and speaking of records, obviously, with everything being the inaugural season, history will be made with whoever ends up finishing top of the goal scoring charts. And right now, Pridham is there with 10, but you're there with 6. Is that something you think about at all? Like, do you keep track of other players around the league scoring? Do you keep track of her DB because you just see that she's leading at all? I mean, is that on your mind?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I'm aiming for, to be top goal scorer. So all credit to DB. She's done super, super well this season. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting up there and I'm not going to stop.
And speaking of goals, what about some goal celebrations? I was actually at the game where you got a brace, where you were taking on Ottawa, and you paid homage to Diogo Jota. I saw you do that with your goal celebration. Very touching. Is there a fun one that you love?
There's not really a specific one that I enjoy doing the most, but I don't know. I just
Mhm.
think fun celebrations is a way of engaging the fans, just bringing joy to the environment. And yeah, it makes it a goal worth people remembering it.
Love hearing that. So you do have one eye, obviously, in the goal scoring title. Love that that's something that, because you admit, I know a lot of players, no, I don't care. But deep down, so you're like, yes, yes, you do. What about when it comes to the national team? We know that Casey Stoney has made it perfectly clear that she keeps her eye on the NSL. NSL players have been called up. Holly Ward scoring, becoming the first player from the NSL to do that with the national team. Is that also something that you're striving for and making sure that Casey Stoney, can see what you're doing?
Absolutely. My dream since I was a little girl was to play for the senior women's national team. So that dream's not going to stop until I get there. So, I mean, every game I play, every training, it's just kind of improving me, getting me ready for that moment when I finally get called up. So just got to keep pushing for that. I did recently train with the senior women's national team before their game against Costa Rica here, and just kind of being in that environment, just like stop looking around and being like, I'm surrounded by all these players right now is an amazing feeling. And it just kind of reminded me of all the hard work that I've put in to get there, and that there's still so much more to go and so much more to put in. So just got to keep working at that. I think it will come with time. I'm still young, but yeah, it's always in the back of my head. That's final goal.
Well, we look forward to continuing to watch your journey. Appreciate you taking the time here on the show.
Of course. Thank you so much.